Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And, Charles, you look back to last year's draft class for quarterbacks. We had a good crop. Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, the two Joshes, Allen and Rosen, Lamar Jackson, all just in the first round. So here we get two second-year quarterbacks set to face off. How have things changed?
Well, for these young guys, that first year, typically learning experience, team's not very good. They just want to see you handle some situations. But everyone expects a jump in year two. And with that, they expect the fortunes of the team to jump as well.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And Tate's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On second down, Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Jones on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. The first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray, it's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. He was brought down at the 8-yard line. First and goal, Arizona. Watch safety green. Watch it.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Murray now, 3rd and goal. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get 1 look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Terrell Suggs. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones, operating from the gun, finds his tight end Ingram. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Murray now to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it to go in half number 1.
Defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. That's it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Damiere Byrd as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Check, 47. Hey, get away.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Jones now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the dump off. It's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The Giants on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, Jones. And he gets it complete to Latimer. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now Jones. Throwing on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Ready, go.
Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end.